Welcome in, you guys. Wow. Here goes another wingdinger. Hi, welcome to WCIA Network. All right, let me turn my phone on silent. I've got my incense burning. I'm going to go over why this photo is up right now. Hi, Mary C. G.H. White. How are you guys? Today's presentation is all about showing you information from June 15th, from photos that originated from the beginning. Hi, Sassafras. And I'm showing all that to you because it's important for you to see what information came first. Wait, let me close the light out. Wait 1 second, you guys. Okay. All right. I had to get a Halls. Purple sneakers. Hi. Howdy, friends. So for those who have been watching my previous videos lately, they're important to watch the last few, as I'm going to, like, most of the pictures, most of my videos and presentations are going to be going like in order, explaining what I'm doing for these few videos for my documentary. And today's is a continuation from the previous few. I think it's like the previous 4 or something. And in one of the videos, my beginning video for the documentary, I show, oh, and this is my office, and this is the photo. I pick a photo, which I do each day, and I just, out of all my photos, they're like, it's like picking a tarot card. And this is the photo that I had in the video right before I began doing my documentary to put it together in order. And when I do that, I have to have trust in the spirits to guide me, because I don't pre-write a screenplay. I don't, hi Jean Warren. I don't pre-write a screenplay. I don't really prepare before I come on, other than keep myself centered and it just fell. And have my photos ready to go. Other than that, I can't really write a script, right? It makes no sense. I can't do it. I just can't do it. My script gets written as I turn on YouTube or I turn on videotaping. And that's the only way I could do it. Like, I was talking to my husband. He's like, well, how are you going to do this documentary? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to even work. I don't know. You know, and I just am doing it, if that makes sense to anybody. I'm just doing it. And each day I try to lay it out in a way where I know the important information. Rumble Long here. Hi. I try to lay it out in a way where I know the information is important, and I just put it together. Shazam, hello. And what I've learned in the last few videos is how important it is for me to show you my information that I got from day one, where I was like, oh my goodness, this really matches the visions that I'm having of Summer Moon Wells, and it matches the story of these kids. What the hell is going on? Like it was like, what? And then I started pulling all these photos together, being like, oh my gosh, they're in the photos, they're in their photos, they're in the photos. And many times I go print them and there was nothing in the photo. You're going to hear my neighbors, everyone has their lawn cut, I think, on Saturday, so you're going to hear it. And many times I looked at them like, I don't know if I printed the right one. Did I print a different one? Ignore the lawnmower again. It's my neighbor. I'm in my office and my neighbor is all over there. Anyways, I learned, and it took over 2 years. And all these photos I would gather, I put them together, put them in these books with numbers and information, and look at photo number 1, blah, blah, blah. And I've told you guys this so many times. Photo number 1, and I brought it to the law enforcement and to the FBI, and I drove this way and that way and blah, blah. And that's when I really learned that I'm reading these photos. I'm reading them because it's not there. Like many times it was not in the photo. And then I realized that I was reading beneath, like within the photo. So I'm not only reading intuitively, but I was like, holy shit, these are deep fakes. It's really under there. Like it's really under there. And that's when I learned that the information that I'm speaking about, if I could find a way to unpeel the deep fake, because for some reason they needed to tell this story, and their story is beneath the layers of this video. And that wasn't my third eye. That's something that they do within their technology. So I kept looking at these videos. I'm like, this story is here. So what I did is I gathered all of these videos from all the beginning creators, Molly Golightly, Ziggy, J is for Justice, Tiffany Marie, AB, Don, Benny, and of course Don Wells and Don Wells and Candace, of course, and then Jody Sue Brown. Like all of these people, all of the groups that came forward, and there was just a handful. They had the information of the videos. I didn't, because that's not what I did. I didn't go gather these information, say, oh, here's a news clip of no one's seen this before. I didn't do that. So I'd be like, how do they get these news clips? Which I got them because that's what they do, right? And I saved them all because that's where I saw my information. I saw it and it spoke to me. Like looking at a tarot card, it spoke to me, telling me the story of Summer Moon Wells' missing children. That's what it did. So I kept them all of them. And that is what I use to guide myself with the spirit guides to tell you the story beneath the photo. So many a times you're not going to completely see what's in the photo. I try my best. But when I say something like, this photo is significant to the Summer Wells missing children. This is a significant circle. This circle is important. That is what showed up in the Carnival photos. So when the spirits work with me, I have learned that I need to really pay attention to what I'm looking at, or why is it. I don't question it. I can't explain it. It's like, I have thousands of photos, right? And it's like picking up a tarot card in thousands of photos, but I have them on my computer, or I have them printed in a big bowl like this. And for no other fucking reason, a photo like this would come up. That this is what happened. Today's photo. Okay? This is what happened in today's photo. And it just came up all by itself. I didn't even know what this was. I don't even know what the fuck this is. And I didn't even know I had it. So when a photo just pops up, like literally pops up, meaning that I open up my file that says everything, and a photo opens up, I know it has a message for me about the summer moon wells missing children. Now, I don't know who this is, but when I saw 432 Chase, I remember that yesterday or 2 days ago, I said something about I would get stuff from 485, whatever, and that's who I was trying to remember. I was trying to remember this 432 Chase thing. Now, I didn't know I didn't know this until today. I didn't know it says, while looking at 432 Chase, aka Brad Wishin. I'm like, Brad Wishin? I'm like, that is so interesting. Because Wishin, I don't know if it's, for me, I don't know if it's the same. I don't know if Brad Wishin has anything to do with the Wishin trees that I have, this whole thing on Christmas trees and this farm. I don't know because it's not important to me. I don't even look it up. But what I know is I have a lot of information on this Wishin place that gave me information on the summer moon wells missing children. And it happens to be in my documentary that was submitted. It was my 28-minute documentary that I've put on. And it's part of it. So I was like, what is this? And then it said, the man in the photo is connected to Summer Wells, a master mason and retired CIA. He is connected to Wishin, Mullen, and Don Wells. I was also told the history of a boating accident that was staged. Brad Wishin and Tim Mullen seems to be trying to take a break and regroup. What's up, Andy and Jody Sue? Besides screaming at kids, what is your connection to the Freemansons? You don't have to answer, I already know. Now, I don't know who this is, and it doesn't matter to me, because Jonanan, whatever, and Jupiter, I've had this. And so by me looking at that, that's how my spirits work. It's not about that. It's about this here on Wishin, because in this photo, this is supposedly Tim Mullen years and years and years ago. And this, I said, was building of some equipment, because the Wishin tree sign was in this video, right? So I put this all together to show how this is part of when they replant and regroup these sacrifices. This was part of my presentation, and it happens to be named the Wishin, I think it's Wishin Christmas trees. I don't know, but these are the photos that I showed the other day. So that, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. That's how my spirits work. They work upon the story that I'm telling. It all stays the same. So let's say Spirit saw that I put that in there. What they're telling me is pay attention to this. They're telling me, pay attention. Don't be so quick to say you don't do that. They don't want me to be so quick to push this shit to the side. because spiritually I was trying to say this 432 thing the other day, and that's how it works with me. This is the presentation. It shows all these heads. This is the presentation that it's telling me you need to go look back at that. It's telling me I need to put this out there in a much more serious way. That this is potentially a vehicle to giving justice to the children. And that the Christmas trees and the regrouping and the replanting, this is part of the replanting and the Christmas trees. I had this in my presentation. The hearts are right in there. So I showed this. So, anyone who, does what I do and you say, oh my goodness, here it is. Those are the hearts. I knew that, blah, blah, blah. Pay attention. This is what I showed the other day. These are the holes in the ground. This here is no different than what I showed you the other day. I said, that's the little box. Those are the little boxes that they put in the ground. And it was next to one, it was like against a wall like this, but this was green grass. And that's where I showed you the holes were in the ground. Let me see if it's in this documentary, 50 minutes. Let me see something. It's an important piece of the puzzle. Why? Because it shows information that gives the children justice. It's about those little boxes that get buried beneath the ground, beneath the earth. And that's what they are called, trophies, right? But I'm seeing if I have it in here. Yeah, I do. This photo here that I showed are the little boxes. That is the same thing as this. So you see what I'm saying is that's how Spirit speaks to me, and it's taken me a long time to allow it to flow. I don't even know if I've accepted it yet. I just allow it to flow because I have you guys here and I feel safe in this environment doing it. I'm not sitting here second guessing myself. I'm just doing it. And when people ask me certain questions, I'm like, I have no freaking idea. I just do it. I'll never be able to do an interview of anything about myself because I guess it's just something that I do. And this here, which is in Wishin Christmas tree area, is the same thing as this, which I said those are the little boxes. It's the same situation. See the little box in there? Those are very, very spiritual. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. And that's what shows here. So that's how my spirits work. And it's, oops, that's not what I want to take out. It's, important for me to allow it to flow. So when I'm paying attention and I'm on, it flows. You know? So let's go back as let's go back as I completely got off track. So this is what I pulled. And I realized today that my presentations go back to the Carnival. The presentation today is going to blow your freaking minds. Now I'm going to allow it to be pulled together live, right? But the photos that I'm going to be using are extremely intense. And the photos that I have from Don Wells' Carnival shows up in this woman's video of Summer Moon Wells. And there's a lot of crossover. I've already turned it all in because there's certain things I turn into authorities, like the people that I work with. I know that they're receiving it. They'll check in with me like in a month. I don't get any information back, but I know that I've placed it in someone's hands that if it matters, they'll make it matter. That's it. And then I don't hear about it because I don't have the right to. I'm a nobody to them other than someone who could feed information. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong, period. If they use it, they use it. But this is very significant, this circle. This came from the Carnival, and it was in the video of Don Wells. And this circle made no sense. It's supposed to be one of the rides. I'm like, it's cement, it's black, it's gray. So as I start today's presentation, you're going to see how this here is very significant to having this, all the stories I've told basically come full circle, is right. That's what's happening. And I am receiving over and over and over confirmation that I'm correct because of photos like this. So I'm going to be showing you photos and information on the rainy day TikTok, the Carnival video, the water hole, the Carnival, rainy day, and the water hole. Those 3 videos, and the car ride. All those videos came out in the beginning. And I've explained this before. The photos you see here are the images that I have been talking about. And you've never been able to see the image. I went back to particular creators that had them. There are a couple new creators that I have picked up, as I moved along. But they're pretty much the same, but the creators that I have picked up show what I have in my why isn't this on here? Wait, how many pages is this? 29. Wait a minute. Wait. File, wait a minute. I didn't. I wanted to show you something. Wait, let me put this on because this one was the 13-page one and I shifted it. So let me put the new one on. I'm like, wait, that's not. Save. Here we go. So this here, I want to show you how I go back to the creators from the beginning. Now, even though I may pick on Tiffany Marie, it's not really about, it's not about Tiffany Marie. It's not about any of the creators, right? This is showing you 2 years ago how a lot of my information comes from this video. And back then I'm like, the car's not red, the car is white. They change it, they use white, they use red. And the reason Don Wells couldn't say it was white, it was red, and then he's like, couldn't figure it out, is because their videos are fake. And they're created. It's called deep fake. And as you see here, Tiffany Marie, back then, she was new. She only had 258 subscribers. And back then, what did I have, 10? So she was as new as me. She came on with the Summer Moon Wells case. So if you look at these photos, they're not what you are seeing on the videos today. These photos tell the story way better than any other photo. I've been telling this story for over 2 years. They wear masks so they could use whatever this equipment is to shift their images of their faces, right? As well as the car, there's white car, it's a red car, you never know what it is. Like this is what was in Tiffany Marie's. Even if you say there's an overlay of what? A red car on a white car? So this is what's happening with these pictures. Some of the videos will show this kind of information, and now there are creators that are new to the scene, and they are posting videos from the originals. Now, I've never gotten this before, so I know who has the originals and I know who has the videos. This has been reposted. And this is what summer looks like. Now, I'm going to show you all the different children that are within this Dancing in the Rain. I said that there's many, 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 many Summer Moon Wells missing children. I have said that she's not alone. There are hundreds of Summer Moon Wells, and this is how I've seen them. Trigger warning, of course. Everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I have no idea if I already said that. This is for educational entertainment purposes, right? I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Who the fuck knows? I only tell the truth that I think is the truth. I speak whatever comes through. I speak it. That's it. So this is what it's showing in this photo of Who's Summer Moon. And there's a child standing right behind this Summer Moon. So they're not alone. They are not standing on the Wells property. Here's another child, and this is one that's older, taller, younger. They go like that. And there's a baby. There's one here. There's one that's showing that's coming out of the The red thing. Red is used to cover shit up, period. Like Don said, white you can't see. That's why he's like, oh, I knew that we did the red truck because we didn't do the white truck because white you can't see. I'm like, what the fuck did he just say on the news? I'm like, and then I'm like, of course he said that. Because, right, you don't see white in his videos because they cover it up in red. There's someone right here in the barrel. That's like the younger one. So, you know, Don and Candace have never stopped telling the story. And no one's listening because it's cryptic, right? You remember when he said that? Someone asked him, so look in the red barrel. So they use red, see, to cover up the white. And everything else, and that's why they put these white masks on their faces. Everything is covered in white. Remember in the beginning, I think week 1, I did a reading. I just stood there and looked into the camera and I said, everything is white. It's big white, big shed. So it's a big shed. It's like a big shed. It's all white. It's all white. And I stick to it. Whatever I've said, I stick to it. This is Summer Moon Wells. They make all this shit white so we can't see it. But this is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story. This story is about hundreds, if not thousands, of children with no name, no home, no vigil, no burial, nothing. They're forgotten. They're not talked about. They get justice when their story is told. They're getting justice as these children are being pointed out. You gotta keep it small to see it. Don't look at the doggy face. See how they put that shit up there? See that doggy face on the top, right under the word seeking? That's nothing. It's just the critters, I call them, but that's a child all in white. So, the rainy day video, all that video did, like I said, if you go back to my first 10 videos, you'll see I'm repeating myself. This just set the scene. I'm like, of course, for those who don't know, there are 2 rainy day videos. They had to retake one. The first one that came out was just Summer dancing to a song. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. They had to redo it. And Candace redid this one, Rainy Day. And I remember saying, looking at it, I'm like, does anyone realize that it's just like take 2? So I knew that because I'm being told it. So I grabbed all this shit. I'm like, oh my goodness, does everyone realize there's 2 rainy day videos? Like, this isn't the original. And I gave you a reading. I'm going to tell you what my reading was, and it stands today. She's standing under a cover. There's something over her head. She's standing on a porch, like. Right on a porch. And this is being taken, and these are used as cover-ups. This is what gets placed on the top of the white situation. The truth is underneath it. This is the deep fake. Because what's under here is not Candace's car. These are probably Tinker Toys. These are probably little teeny cars. But if you look to the left, I said that Summer was standing by the water on those rocks. She's standing in a situation always the same. Underground, in the water, it's cold and it's dark. She's in a hole. These videos that this lady put up is showing this, and maybe they're showing it now because in their brains, it's already been 2 years. Who the fuck's going to remember this? Who's going to remember this? They're not going to be like, oh, wow, because most people don't know the story, and what they're going to say, oh, and look at that. This says May 28th. The other ones say May 31st. I never noticed that. It's supposed to be the same day. It's supposed to be May 31st because this is what she was wearing on May 31st. So this says May 28th. There's no way she danced in the rain with the same dresses. The only reason she would dance in the rain with the same dresses on the 28th and the 31st is to set the scene. Is to take two. Think about it. That's May 28th. Interesting. The other ones are the 31st. Huh. So this is what she's standing on. This here is what I'm going to show you from the carnival. Yes, you want to know why that's a special dress? Which, as you just said that, so this is again, how spirit works. Someone just said that's a special dress. Rumple. Okay. Okay. Do you want to know when else she's wearing? And this is where my third eye just went. This is what just happened. That dress she wore. I have it in here. No, I don't have it in this one. She wore that dress the night before she went missing. I see it in my brain. Okay, it's gotta be in one of my PDFs from this week. She wore that dress the day that she went missing. All right, let me see if it's in here. The night before with her friend. I didn't recognize that until you said that. So, again, that's how spirit works. So, like I said, certain words stick out, right? And when you guys are in chat, there's certain things that resonate. She wore it on the swing. You know, in the videos that I have and I read, they try to make it look different, but it's on the swing. Let me see if her last day is in here. And it's with the girl. You guys know what I'm talking about, where she's standing outside with that pink thing in her mouth. She's got the same dress on. Let me see last. I'm seeing if It's so funny how I name things. It's so stupid. Last load. Like, what? What the hell does that mean? Last. Oh! Holy shit. Found it. Right here. That is the dress she's wearing here. I never realized that. So this stuff I told you. Oh my God. She went missing May 28th. You guys. What did I say that I use 0528 for everything? Like I can't even see it. Like it's blacked out right now in my eyeballs. For those who remember, you guys, I use it for like all my fucking passwords. 0528. When I go to the gym and I have to lock my stuff up at Lifetime, it's 0528. And I said this is the same dress. This was taken on May 28th. And whoever took this fucking photo, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. That dress is this dress. All you did was put the jacket over the top. That's it. This is what she was wearing. And I could tell because my throat is completely gone. My voice is completely shot. Summer Moon Wells is in this photo wearing that outfit. This is the same day, and you motherfuckers know I'm right. It's a bunch of crock of shit. Let me tell you something. It depends on which screen you stop on. Stop on this one, and the goddamn outfit is the same. This young little girl, the Summer that we know of, and whoever she is with. Let me flip this. This is marked. You guys, I have no voice. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish this. This is crazy. See? See the jacket-like thing? These are all the same. These are all different kids. Wait, let me drink. Let me drink my Diet Coke. Wow. Oh, I have one in my hand. I actually brought it in. Remember I said I'm leaving for hauls because I could tell? It'll go away. I want you to notice the red barrels and everything that's happening. You guys, I am telling you, May 28th is the date. I use it for all my passwords, and this is the same fucking outfit. And if you look at that face there, all the way to the left, that's the closest face of Summer Moon that's in this whole video. They don't look like Summer. This is the Summer that we know of. Because this Summer here. Matches. Now wait till you see how many kids are in here. That's summer moon. Oh my God. That is summer. This girl. It's the girl she's with. That's summer. And that's her. See? You never know what's going to happen. I could tell you right now, they are standing in this situation. This situation is fucking fake. Anything white over here in this photo is the truth. Because I could tell you right now what I uncovered here is in this photo. Look. All this is this. It's this. That red barrel is going to match up with this. See, she's all white. Those two. And see the barrel and stuff, it's fake. See the maroon one behind the red one? Cars are fake. I'm putting it out there that summer moon wells that we know of woo, went missing May 28th. Gone in the fucking hole. You guys put her in that hole on the 28th. Maybe that you put her in that hole on the 29th, because as I see it, the night of the 28th is when I would say these girls were completely raped, abused. Everything that you could think of under the sun that's so disgusting happened. Happened. And there you have it. See what's happening to the left? The images that are coming forth do not match. Oh my God, I didn't know this. The red car is there, remember? This is in here. You guys, I'm really right. Holy shit. Holy shit. Watch. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Watch. Okay. This is the same thing. There's the red car. Boom. See that? Oh my God. You know how they always have like that stuff in the back that shows up? The barrel is the gray one. That's the barrel. These are the girls and that's the car. Okay. I wish someone who knew the truth could come up here because this is it. This is this right here. You guys did it like that in the barrel, everything behind them. Because see the white stuff, I'm always like, there's a truck back there. There's, whatever back there. This, we get to the next page. Look. Wait, let me see if I cropped it. Crop. Because whatever's going on with that red car over there, it's turned. Look. See the white stuff coming out of her car? That goes here. See how they had to make that red and then they layered it again with the red one up front? So what's under y'all is the trailer. The kids were covered with the red car. See that? That's the trailer. Boom. This matches. The kids are under the red car. So let me explain something to you. Oh, I wish I just downloaded a new program. I've got to use my iPad. This here is the trailer. It's their trailer because it matches. Grandis's trailer matches. The girls are standing here. Then all you see this opening on the ground? This is all on their, that's that. Here. Take that. And the girls become part of the car. That's it. May 28th. This was the retake. The retake, there's 2 takes. They have one with the words over it and then one without. The red car that you see right in front of you there, now I understand why they have 2 of them. One is facing a different direction. One's going vertical and one is going horizontal. This one, so you can't like cover shit up horizontal and vertical. If you have things that are printed twice, they're usually in the same direction. So this one, see the windows? The girls would be under this one. See the windows? Those aren't normal. So this one's going this way. The one in the back is going a whole different direction. You guys, thank you so much for those ones. I see them. This is covering Grandis's RV. This is covering the girls. So I think that this could have also been on Jody Sue, like a Jody Sue Brown outside. I'm hearing Jody Sue Brown, Candace. I'm hearing a combo. I'm hearing a combination. Really what I hear is it wasn't supposed to be a combination, and someone got gist of what was going on and busted up the party, and that's what went wrong. And Jody Sue came and busted up the party. So this is what I'm gathering. So this is what this tells me. Now this is spiritual. It's not Jody Sue. We don't know who Jody Sue Brown could be the man next door. We don't know, right? But watch. When I see something like this, my story's telling me, my intuition, my witchy side, that Summer Moon Wells was extra exhausted this night. This is a reading. And she was done. She's been abused. She's went through torture. And she wasn't alone. She's with the girl that I just showed you. So, okay, so I got to put her up here too. Wait. I need both of them up here because this, when I tell a story like this, it takes a lot out in me. So I don't know what's going to come through. I just feel in the gut of my stomach. What happens is, even as a little girl, I used to say to my sister, oh my God, I feel like, it feels like, I remember after I had kids really super, super early. And I would say to my sister, oh my God, don't you get like those butterfly feelings like you have a baby inside? I used to say, like, I would say to her, oh my God, I just got that feeling like when the baby would move, like one of my daughters would move inside. And my sister would look at me, she's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. She's like, no. And I remember now, as I'm sitting here, I asked it a lot. And now I know what it is. It's this feeling. It's a feeling within the pit of my whole torso area. Like, men won't know this, but women, like when a baby moves inside, it's like a butterfly feeling. Oh, maybe that's the baby. I don't know why I'm saying gave birth to a baby. A fresh baby. Okay, so this story is dedicated, I don't feel great. This story is dedicated to the girls you see in front of you and a fresh baby. A little baby. Something went wrong that night. Something went really wrong. I'm going to use the name Jody Sue Brown. But something went super, super wrong. Summer Moon was smart enough to know something just went wrong. Summer Moon knew something went wrong, and she was punished for it. The only ones that are going to know this story is true. I'd love for you to come forth one day, because I know what I see. And it's awful. It's just awful. So, something got fucked up, and Jody Sue Brown was not invited. She didn't know about it, and then found out about it. And then found out about it. Awful is awful. something was, yeah. This is the night it all went down. May 28th, 2021. I'm looking on the barrel. Yeah, there's another, there's the baby and there's the heart. I'm going to point it out. Right there on the barrel. Right? That's the feeling. Oh, so I just got it again. That's a feeling. There's a baby. There's babies involved. This is a little heart. This is the heart on the silver. And this is the baby. These are the babies. Wow. And that's how spirit works here at WCIA Network. And that's how we give justice. It's not about the people. This, you could see this isn't about them. The children want their story told. And look at the color of the hair in one of these. Her hair's pink. This was the night. And this was take 2 of the rainy day thing. They're wearing the same dress. They're in the same situation. They're located in the same place. And there they are. That was my, that's crazy. That was my next slide. So recognize how the red car and the blue, it's all covering, all it's doing is covering up the other location. So these are the 2 girls, and that pulls together this, and it's Robin Lane who posted this photo. I have it marked Summer's Last Photo by Robin Lane. That's how it's marked. Saving that one. I marked it that way, you guys. You can't see how it's marked there, but let me show you something. I'm going to take a screenshot. This is how, oh, I got to take it over here. Maybe if I open it. There. Click on it. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of how this is the last day. This is May 28th, and this matches. Period. Where'd it go? Okay. Here it is. So, just so you all know, there's a reason for everything. Look. So, she's the one who posted this. See? That's how I have it saved. And that is how spirit works. And this is what's coming through, the most important information. Wow. And now we all could see the value of going through that information, because now you could see how they have the same information going on and why you see Summer like this. This is the same Summer feeling that way, and she's with this girl. Summer here is, wait, there we go. Summer here is this Summer here. The girl that's with her, it might be Julia, the name Julia. And I think Summer's looking for her. So this is Summer. See how the legs, it's just fake? This is really her. She is looking for Julia. Same dress. All these children that did this together with Summer that day, there's many of them. You see how they have different dresses on and they change the back, but it's the same? See how the yellow car in the back changes? I've seen that sometimes it's faced one way and sometimes it's faced another. Notice how the floor is just different. These are different children. And now we know what it's covering up. All it's doing is covering this up. This. This is the real information that is beneath the video you call dancing in the rain. They're not dancing in the rain. They are dancing for the people that are abusing them. That comes after the horrific rape and all of that. That's why this is on the face. This is usually, I believe, the night of sacrifice. Yeah, those cars aren't real. This is the night of sacrifice. That red car is just covering up what the shit in the back. We see that clearly now. And I'm showing you here what I see is this is a porch. This is a porch. I'm changing it. I'm looking through the eyes of the children is what this is. Before I was like, oh, Candace is under the porch. This is the children saw this view. They're looking, so where they are, I have to close my eyes. Where they are right now is within the maroon box thing, and they could see out, and this is what they see. They're looking through a clear, it's a clear, like that plastic. It's that plastic. Yes, Candace is under the porch, but what I see is through the eyes of the children. Candace is under the porch. But the children are saying to me, they're standing next to her. The kids are standing next to Candace, is what I'm telling you. And this is what the children see this also. Like they saw this. They see this situation. The cars are fake. The cars are fake. Candace references this in other photos. I see that photo that I have within the interview room. She's standing under this same porch. Candace has another picture looking out at this window. The one difference is the children see it this way. The way you showed it on the interview room, you changed the entrance of the door. You changed it. Something else was pulled out between the walls, and that door came out and this one went in. This is the one that the children see. The one that you have there now is a new door, and it gets rolled out from in between some walls. Now, I don't know who has this, but that's showing me the way they do this. So whoever does this shit and has these things in their house, that's how they do it. This is what the original photos show, or video. Again, you could see different children, different setup. I want you to really look closely at this one. I remember pointing out and saying there are little teeny houses back there. Little teeny huts. And I always envisioned the Wells house to have little huts in the back. I can't explain it, like little houses. Let me show you. This here shows two barrels. And this is when we all knew that yellow thing wasn't in the backyard. This is the one that was first. There was no yellow box here. Now remember, it's the same video. The next one, the next version came out, and those little houses were gone. But what was in its place was the yellow light. Like the yellow light that they had out there. That's what went in its place. It covered those up. So for those who, so what I'm saying is this was like the older version, right? And then all of a sudden it was like a big thing. Creators were talking about, let me see if it's under here, yellow. Creators are saying, where'd that yellow thing come from? Under the tree. And it was like a big question. Rain. Let me see something. Oh my God. No, now all my new photos show up. So I mean, that was a big question. You're like, where the hell that yellow thing come from? Well, they stuck it in here for a reason. So those little teeny houses. This is really significant. Thank you for all those ones. This information, you see it here, but this then disappeared. It's loaded in elements that disappeared with each version, right? So here you see it. You see it, it's all right there. But the next versions, they weren't. They were covered up. This isn't how you guys remember it. This is staged. They had to some reason refilm it. This was staged. This is all in the wrong place. This doesn't even make sense. See how now it looks different? It's just all moved. Because really, this here, that is the truth. Those two, what's the truth in this photo are those barrels. That's it. That's it. Those two red barrels. Probably those two red barrels became the car. But it's the only thing in here that we give a shit about. Those two red barrels. Now there's one barrel. See? Now the barrel is bright red. Now the barrel's not there. I mean, so this is all what you call stage 2. And this is painful. It's awful. And this situation that is happening here, what you see them doing is a movement that they placed the truth within these videos. This was also put in the water video. Like the ones that were the most significant, you could just plop that same situation in here and take away all the fake stuff. The only thing that's real are the children. And this is all set up. Watch. All of a sudden, this is what it looks like. That's it. All of a sudden, all of this is gone. All you're doing is filming from a doorway. That's it. This is the maroon doorway. Maybe it's a truck. But this is fake. This is the definition of deep fake. Deep fake. Whatever this is very important, but everything around it was fabricated. It's fabricated. But that piece of wood on the floor, those two little white things, like there's some stuff here that's, it tells the story of what happened on the 28th. This is what happened. The smallest of the smallest windows always tell the most information, right? If you look all the way to the left, And I blow this up for you. Make it larger. You see that they're standing by all the boxes. They're not standing in the backyard of Candace. I mean, you can't fake this stuff. This is the real shit. That's real. What you see there is real. That's the part that they cover up with stones, and they cover it up, I think, with like a barbecue, or they cover it up with the chair, sticks, water, but this is what's showing. This is what I show you all the time. That is the Summer Moon Wells box, number 5. These are the trophies. And the barrel's probably going in there. The barrel's the child. So here's the reading. The barrel's the child, and this is what it winds up. That's underground. This is what's under the wells. This is what's under the Wells house. Oh, these are the tracks that they showed us the other day in the ground of the Wells house. I put it was in yesterday's video. It was the tracks. This is the Wells house, but that's the truth. What's under, it's not at the Wells house. It's by the Wells house. You could get access to the Wells house. But this shows you what's underground. Most important thing I'm saying right now is it shows you underground, what's underground. Date added. My God, where did I put the tracks? You guys remember, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sitting here in silence, but I'm looking for the photo that I showed you guys of the grass area. But I can't seem to recall the name of the PDF I put it in. Let's see. It's in this one, I believe. One second, I am here. Forget it. So this is underground. And I showed that the other day of the wells, and there's a head. This is basically showing the sacrifice and where it is. See how these are different children? Now see her dress? See now how the dress is, it's this dress? It hasn't changed. That little girl, they all have this one on. It's the same. Can't believe it. So now there's see how there's a person here with a shirt? There's like an older person here too. 28. Right. This is interesting, weird picture. I'm going to the small one as well, because I think that this here is telling me this is the true Summer Wells. You really can't see it well, but this is her with her box. And that's where she goes. She's already sacrificed. This is summer. This is the summer that we know of, and this is what she looks like. The barrel would have given a lot of information. So this photo is significant to the Summer Moon Wells missing children. Out of everything I'm showing you here, this vision from where they're standing is the most remembered. This is the one that's most remembered. So maybe I have it wrong. Maybe that's where they go into and then they're gone. That's phase 2. That's the hole in the ground, you guys. Things are moved. Chunks of stone or chunks of cement, plaster, have to be moved. It's by the water. It's by the water, kind of hidden by big boulder-like rocks. So you could use those rocks and throw them in. They go in there. It's telling me that the car is facing the water. The car is behind something kind of, the car is kind of hiding there. The car's facing the water, but it's also blocking, oh my God, I almost said Sabrina. Summer. Summer is with someone else that has a name with an S. Summer, and the other little girl is with an S. Samantha. Sammy. So that's where this is right now. It's nowhere that I've seen before, she said. Nope, this is where they get out. They crawled through here. What we're looking at is they crawled through somewhere to get here. So whatever happened, I'm channeling, whatever happened that night, the 28th, they got under in a hole. They went down under into a trap door. And they let them out over here. And the car takes them away. They're by the water, facing the water. They're facing north. No. That's the lake in front of them. South. They're facing south. On the left side of them is also the water. That's what confused me, because I see water in front of them and to the east of them. It wraps. So wherever they are, this water wraps around. And the car is pulled in. It's hiding within the greens. She's not alone. They just crawled out of that area. The underground is right next to the red barrels are important. The red barrels are used to hide. What I do know is I see that there is no water where they're coming up from. They're in pure darkness, and they need to make it through themselves, or no one's down there to direct them. They need to get out themselves. They're bringing someone with. They are buddied up. All of them have to get each other out of that hole, and then they get in a car. The red barrel is used. It's part of this whole thing. But it's not a red car they get into. To the right side is that like sandy pebbles. They're going to kind of they're going to have to kind of like drive in the water a little bit. They're going to go forward into the water, and then they're going to quietly come out of the water. It's a pick up and drop off. This is like pick up and drop off. That's how I channel. I see it. So years and years and years ago, I was little, I thought everyone saw that. People just called me creative. She has a creative mind. She's so creative and silly. Okay. So keep this in mind. Now I gave you, the real situation. We're still in the backyard of the Wells during Dancing with the Rain, which you can't believe we are, but we are. I believe that to be like a Michael Vaughn. This is so off whack of what it's supposed to be that I don't understand how this isn't being discussed. Like, how is it that we know this is just summer moon dancing in the backyard, but there's like 3 cars here, bunch of children, 10 different outfits. It doesn't make sense how this isn't talked about. Do you understand? It makes no sense that this is supposed to be in a backyard, and now all of a sudden the blue truck turns to white truck. There's a maroon truck facing east and west, and there's a red truck. So we have a red, maroon, and a white truck. And now a yellow one in the back. I mean, come on. Hi, Liz. Hola. I mean, it makes no sense. This is insane that this has been accepted as okay. Maybe that is why it's not up anymore. Like, this isn't even a version. It shows so many cars and so much information, which I know is just used to cover up the truth. It's makes no sense. I mean, doesn't take a rocket science to know this is ridiculously guilty shit. Yeah. So that's Dancing in the Rain. Over 2 years ago. Was showing information to me of what's the truth. Now, over 2 years in, it's showing it in a way that I can explain it. The Carnival, this is the picture I showed you in the beginning. I don't know what to make of this. This is the most urgent information because I'd love to know. This is, I don't know what this channel's name is. You could put in YouTube this. It's some Michelle something. Maybe not Michelle. Shit. I think I might have it in here somewhere. Even though it doesn't matter of, you know, who I or where I got this, but I do want to ask because I'm curious from this person. And the only reason I'm showing your name here, I usually don't do that ever. Let me see, do I have it on the next page? Oh, I don't know if I do. I usually don't do that. No, it's, I don't know, it's this Miss Christine 55555. I don't know who this is, but what I'm showing you is this isn't, you guys aren't going to understand this like I don't. That's why I'm showing her name. This came from in between a video about Dancing in the Rain. No, about the water hole. This photo was found right in the beginning of this video called New Summerwell's Giggle Talk Singing. And right at the beginning, this popped up. I almost think I have the video. I think I took a video of it to show you guys. And I know that it falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 because I'm not going to wait. Oh, let me look for it. 1 second, guys. No, I don't want that. Let's see if I put it in here. I did. Okay, I'm just going to show you it for a second so you know what I'm talking about and what I'm referencing. So again, this falls under Section 107, Copyright Act 1976, because I'm going to do such a small piece just so you understand how crazy this is. All right, I just want to make sure I know kooky sounds in there. So this here, all of a sudden, I played this video because I was going back in time. And this video is one of the only ones that has information I've never even seen. So here, watch what it has in the beginning. You see that photo? Watch. I'm going to play it. This is the beginning of the video. See that? It's about the water hole. That's her. This is hers. And then I look at the beginning. I'm like, what the fuck is that? This video is about the water hole. It's the video of her here. This is what it's about. This video version, forget that, I've never seen before. This video version shows disgusting shit. And wait till you see what else it shows. Now, I don't know who this is, but if you don't know what this is, I'm going to show you what it is and how important it is that you get it to the FBI. This is your video of summer. Now, before I even get into all of this, that is the most horrific shit I've ever seen. A summer with no arm. A summer that is in the mud. I'm not even going here yet. Because this goes to that, which shows a little girl we've never even seen before. And then a baby on her torso. So this isn't even this here. She's literally coming out of a hole. All of this in here, that's in between here, we never seen. I've never seen this version, we forget that, of any of this. So, besides all that, all this shit, let's go back to the beginning. This is what I'm going to show you guys in my presentation. Can anyone in chat remember the first time I showed this photo? You'd have to be with me since day one. I want to see if anyone knows what I'm talking about. This is an interesting video to go watch. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? The other one is this. So I'm going to show you this photo that's in the middle of this. So those two photos, that's the beginning. Those two photos, that one, and that one, are right in the beginning of that. So, let's get this off. Put this back in. The first time I showed you a photo like this was at the Carnival. Very first video We just talked about it. Watch. See this photo? This is the one I'm talking about. It's hers. This is the one I have from Don Wells's video. Now, let's say for some reason she had Don Wells's video and she had a little slip of this. Why is it in the video of the water hole? I kept this, you guys. I had to go into my Google Drive. I know everything I have. I have thousands of photos, but I know everything I have. It shows it to me. Like it just shows it to me. Like that kid on Suits. I'm that kid on Suits. If you say the number 5, I see all the 5s and everything in this case. Right, the flag. This is the carnival. This comes from the pictures that I have of the carnival, of the guy that has BLY, Bly, on his arm as a tattoo. I'm like, I know I've seen that. Coincidentally, my eyeball is already like carnival, 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 because of this. The guides, not that one. Oh, that is it. Shoot. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, I'll just turn it. I took a picture of it. So this is what you were just saying. These are the 2 photos. This one was sticking out underneath the one I picked. Come on. Okay. Here we go. This is what I just put in here and took out. I thought it was wrong. So I'm thinking carnival because my spirit guides picked these. The blue one was sticking out. I just noticed it when I went to take a photo. So that one I'm going to be looking at too. But because this one is showing itself, it's telling me it's really important. And it's telling me that I'm at the point of my storytelling, right? That I'm ready for this because I'll understand it. So when I see an element, knowing that this is all set up, I think things are set up. And if you recognize your own voices and your own elements and, what is it called? Things that line you up for the day. You notice it. Some people are too busy and they don't notice it. Some people, their heads are on their phones or they're doing something other than noticing the things that are being put in front of you. As gifts for the day, it goes down all day long. Knowing that I saw this, videotaped it at the beginning of my documentary, that's in my documentary. I have to acknowledge the fact that all of a sudden I'm like, it was actually telling me the story. I mean, this. So I'm going to be very aware of elements that come from the carnival. Interestingly enough, what I'm noticing as I'm sitting here, a couple things. The rooftop. Remember I said the rooftops, one's longer on one side and shorter? That has that here. This circular thing and with this shape here, This is going to come into play. This is more important than I know right now. I don't know about this right now. It's lining me up. That's what I gather. It's lining me up. Here, this is the one I wanted to show you. So those who weren't here in the beginning, this is what was pulled, and that blue one, I must have put it up there. I don't know why. Maybe I thought it looked good. So I got to look at it. But right now I don't have the answer, and they don't want to give it. It's not its time, but it's coming. So, okay, because I have to stay focused on this. Everything is lined up, okay? So just to know, that's going to be the biggest oh my fucking god moment, is all I know. This is Don's, right? These are side by side. They're the same photo. Not photo. It comes from the same little teeny piece from a video of the carnival of what's under the ride. So for me to have gotten this little piece, that's when you stop and start, the video and so forth. And I'm like, oh my God, it all of a sudden showed this for a millisecond. This is what's under the ride. This is what's under the ride. This is why I kept this. This is Summer Wells, Don Wells Laughs at Summer. This is the very first video that was put out. I kept these photos because I'm like, this tells the story. I don't know how. Well, now I do. These are the same. This is hers. And this is Don's. This is telling the story. This is when I said, this is the ride that Don was on with the kids, and he's laughing at Summer. And this is the ride that has the photos that I used the other day. Because this is how they're locked up. This is what it looks like. This is underground. Knowing this is underground, and me knowing that this yellow and this section underneath, like heavy equipment, like a ride, that this photo matches her photo. I just want to know why. And I don't have to ask her. I just want to know. I know why. But if you think it's going to help bring justice to Summer Moon Wells, look into it, because the photo is urgent, and so is this. This is the other one stuck in there. I told the authorities that Summer. I said, you do whatever you want to do with it. It's my obligation and job to hand in anything that I think is ginormous, even if you can't see it. I think this is a picture of her underground in a place like this. This also is right in the beginning at 7 seconds. And that is smashed in between, again, the waterhole video, it shows it in the small piece. See how they're both at 7:07? I put it in there. You see that these are the same seconds. These are the same seconds. Because this is under the waterhole video. 07:07. If you hold your cursor down. Hold your cursor down. Push this in and pull it across slowly and look at these little teeny numbers. You could do this yourself. Look at these teeny little numbers and go one at a time. Don't let it bring you, to 30 seconds. You have to hold it down and push it slowly and watch it count down to 7. And this is what happens. It splits. You could see it in this one and you could see it in this one. So if you did that with both of these, you would see these images. These images are in there in the beginning. 7, even so that said 12. I thought it was 7, but you could see it at 7. And you could see this yourself. I think this is showing Summer Moon Wells as a trophy. This is underground. And I see a story here. I see the story of death. I see the story of obstruction. I see the story of fire. I see that this is where she's dead. Not to say it so rudely, but that's what's coming out. This is fire. This is cremation. I'm getting this as cremation. I'm getting white ashes. This is very different from the one I showed you, her coming up from a hole in the ground. That's first. This to me is cremation. And that's what's happening. That's right in between the first, in between the video of the water hole. That's cremation to me. This is like what I did over 2 years ago. I kept all these photos, and I kept photos that were big, and I kept small ones, because what I noticed back there in the beginning were that I would see a certain something maybe in like a little speck of a photo. And what I was doing is I was putting it up here real big like this. And it was already distorted and was already blurry, right? But I would pull it in, and it was so large that you couldn't make out what like that pink thing is in Summer's mouth, which it is there. It just made it difficult, and I couldn't do it any other way because I took the picture so small. And then I realized, just open up your album. If you guys ever do this with your pictures and you're doing what I'm doing to see the story, remember to take the big photo. Like you take, open up your album and screenshot it. That's all I did. But it gives me the opportunity to show you guys these small photos that are in between, that I captured, that are in between the videos of importance. I'm showing you this one because I'm going over the Carnival, how important the information is. The Carnival is discussing location underground. The other videos that that I've gone through so far is all about above ground until they go underground. They're going up and under, and it's muddy and it's dirty. Either the door's open or it isn't. There's an in and an out, but the out is just to get to the other side. What's interesting about this is that this is where I saved that guy. That guy, see that the one in the bottom right-hand corner? So this is the video that shows me location, that's stuck in between frames. So watch. So this girl had him in her video, as well as this photo. This photo is a huge way of transportation. And this is by the railroad, and this is by the carnivals. Yeah, it's the scuba diver. That photo happens to be in that video that I'm showing. It happens to be in the carnival video. I didn't know that it was right there. So the carnival video does have him in there, but it's layered in there with location, is what I'm saying. Like, these are on let me re-explain it. The photos that you're seeing here come from this. This here is a screenshot of my album 2 years ago. So before I did anything, I took screenshots. I uploaded everything to a drive so it's safe. And I also upload the screenshots so I know the sequence. And I could see it smaller and show you guys shit smaller, right? Like I just said, it's easier to see it smaller. And while I was doing this, because I'm on Carnival, I realized that little scuba person is here. He is right here. Oh my God, you're right. But what's next to him in sequence, right there, is location. So my spiritual self is telling me, even though you see the tent and all that shit back there, that this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So there's a story, right? There's a story here that somewhere beneath the earth of this piece of property lies a very big piece of their story, of the children's story. And he's in the photo. Like this is telling me that shit like this is under there. And I said this before, find out what tunnel he's standing under. Because the tunnel he's standing under just might be the answer to the underground tunnels. Because he's standing under a tunnel in Tennessee, because that's at the Kingsport Carnival. This is at the Kingsport Carnival. And the tunnel might be, I don't know that. I'm saying that because the children know of this and the way they're coming out of the ground. They don't know this tunnel. They don't see this. So this tunnel is very important. No, I think there's a railroad track in here. I see a railroad track. I see tracks. But this is what it looks like. This is what's important. And then this photo that I put up also in my video the other day, that little teeny photo, I'm like, I have no idea what this is. I didn't realize that it was the very last second of the Carnival video. This is the very last second. That's stuck in there at the end where most people wouldn't grab it. But interestingly enough, when you go back to my videos from 2 years ago, I said that was the location underground. And back then I didn't know shit. I didn't know the story yet. Right? I didn't know the story yet. It's coming back full circle. Completely full circle. What you're looking at is where I said summer moon was. I'm telling you, this here, wait, what page is that? 18. That there has always been what I said in the beginning. Now, what you're looking at came from somebody, that other person's video, right? And it came from copy the Carnival. See? I showed this many moons ago. I said that is where the children go. This is the Underground Railroad. Right in there. This, to me, allegedly, of course, everything is educational purposes, is what I saw in this person's video. That there is the cremation area. This is underground and it's hot. It's hot. You don't want to touch anything. This purpose here and this whole thing here, it runs a dangerous ship. That's all. That's what's coming through. I don't know if it means it's a ship. Yeah, it's a ship. It runs a like this is dangerous. Like if you get to this shit over here, this is dangerous. Whatever this is dangerous, and this is very dangerous. This level that I'm looking at is dangerous business. But this here is this room, period. But what you're looking at is a different level. This is she's showing a different level. So what she's showing is more information, but people have to earn it to get it. You have to earn it to get it. And this level, I'm getting it over and over. This level, if you wind up at this level, this is horrific, dangerous shit. And all they could do is cremate. This is, I can't say it any louder. I can't say it any clearer. If you get to this level, you have to be cremated. It's a dangerous place to be. And these are the little photos within. This one is Don's video. And what I have broken down and I've always kept was specifically for the authorities, if they ever need them. I have it. I mean, I'm not going through everything exactly right now because I'm telling the story. And it's really the authorities are the ones who go dig. but it's got little bits of, this is from Don's video. So when you blow them up, they're definitely bigger. And I kept all this information. I'm like, they're under there. Like that's all I kept saying is they're underground. And it's under something like this. And all I'm getting right now are affirmations. And this is what he showed of Summer, laughing at Summer. This is underground. And this is what her transition of frames looks like from the water hole, from the carnival to the water hole. All these hours, to me, this is showing me Summer Moon Wells. This to me, looks like the cylinders, right? Has a lot to say. And the other thing that I pointed out was that back then I'm like, the carnivals are used as a vehicle to move. You know, you need trucks. If this is worldwide, I mean, it's this is what it is. It's not make up fairy tale stories anymore. They maneuver shit and they have a system that does it. And I noticed the back of these rides kept changing with those little people on the bottom. Let me point it out here. Right? Here's what kept changing. And I have a great video on it. Here. This whole seat area, because it's behind bars. So I'm always like, they're behind the bars. This area and the pins and everything kept changing. This is the area that was speaking to me. So I don't look at everything else. I don't say, oh my God, we're standing by an ice cream truck. I only see what I'm supposed to see. Yeah, do I see it? Yes. But this is all they know about. Like this here, looking through the bars. So when I use photos like this, I use it to tell you the story that they're looking through the bars. Like, to me, I see Summer here. Is there a photo of her there? No. But I see a dot that looks like her head because it's telling me the story. That this is repeating itself here. And it's different. It moved. These are moving. They help move, and it looks something like this. Whatever this is, this is what the body gets moved up and down on a crane like that. Is in the middle of the carnival? I don't know. They know that this metal piece, this is what it looks like. And they move. They move them. This is the guy that showed up in the video that had the word Bly tattooed on his arm. I kept all that. I kept it because it said Bly tattooed. So again, this is what shows in between the waterhole video and the carnival. It's the story of Summer Moon Wells. This is the waterhole. Now, This video was different because the box with the string looks different, and it's keeps moving, and these photos show how it's moving. Like you'll see the little things that are sticking out of the box. I've got to make this bigger, move. And it looks like what I did is I captured it. Let me see if the next slide shows it. Oh, it does. I don't have to blow it up. This. Wait, what does it say? This is Don and Candace Wells TikToks. So these are the little boxes. Let me crop it. That throughout this video, again, the strings change, the cover-up changes, like the water runs a different way than the other videos. Nothing stayed consistent, and I noticed that immediately. Because every time they went to tell the story, I was getting the same story, but I'm looking and I'm like, I see something totally different. These are little teeny boxes. And I showed them before, but I'm showing you what's in the video, and it's really clear. And I put this here because I noticed something that's not in the other videos. What doesn't show in the other videos is this. What is that? Looks like a little duck in a womb. This is not in the other videos. The other videos, you have water here. You have more of a slant that she walks on. But this here is not. It's not in the videos. Think about it. It looks like a womb, like with a duck in it. Let me crop it even smaller. Put a 1 if you see it. I'll crop it smaller. This is nowhere. This is nowhere. Oh, actually, I'll change the color. This is nowhere, trust me, in the other videos. Look. It's a duck. Like, what is that? And the funny thing is, like, why would you think we wouldn't notice if someone stuck this in there? I mean, there's so much in here that is not in the other videos. The coloring in the boxes. Thank you for those ones. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kathy Shazam. So look at the one to the left. It's like got coloring like you're in a romantic movie. It doesn't show that way in the other videos. See? That's why I don't look at anything but the elements. To those that are new again, the beginning photos, this is still the same waterhole videos. This, I kept saying, I see these cars, and this is what I saw moving in my visions when I had like that exorcist kind of a situation. I say it all the time, but it was like the strangest thing. I hope that never happens to me again. But it happened. The first thing that went on in my vision with my eyes open as if I was going through it, where these cars were driving across in front of what I thought to be Summer's tree on the Wells house, and these trucks were coming across the grass, and they looked just like this. This truck is on the water or by the rocks of the water hole. Um, I don't know how else to say it. I mean, they go to the water, they're hiding them, they're being transported. You guys, this is a big thing. Like, this isn't someone just kidnapping a child. This is something that is well planned out, completely protected. This is the Summer Moon Wells missing children's cases. It's not fun. There's a lot of movement, different levels. These kids get dropped off at different places, different levels. Some go to higher levels, and it's, as I'm saying that, I see that different creators take care of different levels. That's what happens. The creators' videos that I'm getting from is a higher level. So they have different information. See the truck? So this is why I take multiples and then take a picture of the multiples. Because as you could see, it changes. The one in the upper right-hand corner, it changes. It's different from what you see in the left-hand corner. So when you guys look at videos and watch information, don't think that you're seeing things. They shift things. And if you could capture it on a photo, and then you'll see your eyes aren't playing tricks on you, they're playing tricks on your eyes. So the only important information are the elements. This shows up in the Carnival video, and that is why I paid attention to Jody Sue's video. This one I don't believe is up anymore. This creeped me out. It showed at the Carnival, right? I'm like, I knew already at that point that it had to do something with the left eyeball. Like, oh God, that's disgusting. Here's an eyeball. This one's, it's sealed closed. And then Jody Sue did this crazy thing with her live. This was a long time ago. I don't know why it says Mother Tiff, Slithers, fake Patreon, Saint of Summer. So that's what it's called. And she shows the same information. Again, it looks like something with Tiffany Marie as well, but these are the same. See the V's? Like, this is telling us the story of the kids. I show this in the eyes of the children all the time. Look at those little V's between the two fingers. The one in here, those are real eyeballs. And they're the same, it's the same information. So it's really important. In that video is this information, and this comes from, I believe, this may be Tiffany Marie's, but it's in that same video of the fingers. This is, to me, like, I said they were doing that surgery they do on the eyes, whatever they do with the eyeballs, and then it showed this. Oh, interesting. the machine for the head. This is what we saw in Enan's head. This is what I showed you guys in the kitchen, right? I'm watching. This here, see. Oh, I hate when I have to look for something. All right, I gotta grab it. It's right in here. This here reminds me of this. Because anytime that I see something like a character's face like that, I'm like, it's telling the child's story, right? Those are the caricatures that are on Enan's stick. Like that. Like that caricature is like what's on his stick. So it's mimicking, it's what's on his stick. That's what it's mimicking. Not what's in the kitchen. So this is mimicking this. Yep. Thank you for that one. So I want to line this up for you guys. Wait a minute, because this is too fun to line it up. Where's document 1? Okay. 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 Watch. Okay. So this is the, if this is part of the process, it's still connected to the carnival situation, but what I want you guys to see is how everything that is shown that I say, oh, that's part of the thing and that's the end of the sacrifice, they're all the same thing. See? See the top one? Maybe it's because it's the top level. It matches the top one with the cap on it. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm right. I am right. Oh my God. So this is the top level. The other ones on the bottom are like slavery. That's top level. And that's what they're showing in here. This is the room that's in. That's the guy running it. And it says Twitter at Dumpster Clips. Oh, it's a Tiffany Marie. Who's this guy? So that's what's in that room. See the doggy, the Paw Patrol behind him? Do you got who? I don't know who these people are. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but they're showing the Summer Moon Wall's Missing Children story. These videos are no longer on YouTube because the creator started new channels. Like I said, they're not on YouTube because they started different channels and took them down. Right? This dude is sitting in a really important top level executive position. Because he is in the room. See what's behind him? See how obvious they make it? You know what he looks like the guy's on a channel. I don't know which channel. But there's no reason he should have Paw Patrol behind him, right? I mean, come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what they go through. They're showing you the situation. I mean, you can ask Tiffany Marie. This is her video. Premiered March 23rd, 2022. Open up that Twitter. Dumpster Clips. No, that doesn't. I wouldn't open that up. But you know, the information that comes from the beginning is where you're going to get your most critical element shown. And the elements are staying the same, but it looks like what I'm coming to understand is there's top level executive places for these kids to go, or there's a slavery, lower end place to go. So taking all of these things in, it's not easy. It's not easy. This is my last bit of information for today. This is the water hole. The day that Summer supposedly went missing on June 15th with Hunter. mixed in with, let me see here. No, mixed in with nothing. This information comes from videos that are from the beginning of time. So the videos that you guys see here, the ones that you guys see now are definitely fucked with. I think they're just put in different layers of information, and I'm going to show you how this is done. This here comes from the video of the water hole. Now, whatever is behind this black wall of redness, what I do here is I read it. I know you guys see that image in the middle. You already put ones up. The image in the middle is a critter image. This shows in the video. This here is a critter. This image doesn't show up, trust me, in the other versions that are newer. This is an older version. Yes, it reminds me of Taz. You guys see it. That is coming from this freaking version. Oh my God, it shifted. You guys, it's showing the people coming out of the water hole. Oh my God. It shifted. You guys, this is the water hole video. It shows people tied up. Please tell me you see that. This is the sacrifice that Arbania told me about. This is the sacrifice Arbania told me about. Holy shit. You guys, this is the water hole video. Holy cow. I'm trying to make it bigger. Wow. This is Summer's sacrifice. So what I was going to show you guys is the blackness behind it shows that this is underground, that they were never above this ground. Yeah, I feel like I need a drink right now, right? Have a Diet Coke. What I was going to show you in this photo wasn't what you're looking at. I was showing you how the layer, the completely bottom layer, gives the information of location. So this is information of location. That's not me. That's not anything that I am reflecting. Those are V's. But now you're looking at the movement of this sacrifice. You guys, this is the water hole. This is the water hole video. I am, wow. Wow. There's Summer's box. This isn't even what I put these up for. I put these up to show you what's behind it. The leaves and the V's, and that is this. Okay, so this the authorities could take seriously because it's in the video. All you got to do to the video is get the original video and unlayer it. This is the video that shows the sacrifice. This is Summer's box. Right there. Every video that I'm showing tonight, I'm telling you, you guys, goes back to day one. It goes back to Candace's TikToks. Those TikToks hold the whole freaking story. That's not Hunter. That is someone that is connected to a number 5 box on his face. This is better than I thought it was. So I showed this a long time ago. But now that I've shown that every victim has a number 5 box connected to their head, this will make more sense. It's not Hunter. And this is underground. They needed the top layer. You understand? They needed the top layer to cover all this shit up. He is standing in, this guy who's not Hunter is in water, walking. And this is the TikTok that no one looks at. This is what's under. These are all different faces, you guys, and these are different children in each one of them. This is the part of the sacrifice. So what was just confirmed to me is what I'm showing you since day one. I'm like, those are adults in here. This is not Summer. You know, they're paired off with an adult. Well, as you could see, they're not being sacrificed by themselves. And they're in the water. They're being carried across the water. And this again are the TikToks that I've been talking about. This is the waterhole TikTok. These photos have always been like this. They just keep putting the deep fake over it and over it so nobody sees it. that, here are two different children. Two different children. And I showed this right when this TikTok came out, right? That these are all different kids with masks on their heads, and it's more clear 2 years later, and the elements still all match. That thing coming out of the mouth and the black thing over the head. The TikToks told a story from the beginning, and the difference from today than yesterday is that the elements are completely lined up over and over and over as a cookie cutter. Over and over. They haven't changed, and they're the same in every case that I have followed. Every case has all these elements. It's been about the elements so that children could tell their story. They are telling their story by showing you over and over. These elements were introduced to me day one. And the crazy thing that I couldn't believe in, one of the biggest lessons to me has been an awakening to how nobody reacts. It's a big awakening to me, you guys, that I could show pictures like this that are obviously not summer swimming, and they're two different children with shit in their mouth. Same thing that Gabby Petito had, same thing Kylie Rodney had, the same thing Michael Bond had, all of them. And nobody reacts. I thought for sure, as soon as I'm like, oh my God, I called the TBI. No, I sent all the information in the beginning. This is when they got to know me. And I'm like, this is it. Like, that's not Summer. These are Candace's. You have to arrest her. Because these are like in there, like you could totally see that that's not Summer swimming. And I got no response. So it's been like an awakening to me that the law enforcement could look at this, and nobody acknowledges it publicly. And I mean, nobody. I have sent this stuff to news stations. Nothing. It's been the biggest jaw-dropping lesson. I mean, my background is television production, right? I would love to have someone send this to me and say, the little girl that's been missing since June 15th, 2021, this is what her video, the mother's video looks like. Could you imagine? How is it that this isn't seen? It's not seen. And if it's seen, it isn't believed. It's not recognized, and it's not talked about. You could easily see that these are different children. Nothing about it is the same. That to me has been the most incredible the most incredible thing to learn. Look at that. I mean, put any of these really, here, put this one right in the middle, and you've got 3 different children. Make sense of it. You really can't. It's very sad, and it's, to me, the biggest eye-opener that you would think that you're looking at, camp, a group of children in camp. And I made them this big because this is how I sent it to the authorities, so they could see it, because I learned that if you send it as a PDF or JPEG, you guys, it's funny. Sometimes you guys send me stuff and it blows up on my side. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what it looks like when I send it. You can't really see it. But let them blow it up themselves and you'll see that that's not summer compared to all the other photos on the other side. So these are just some of the photos and stuff that I've had since the beginning. And this is the stuff that has been ignored for over 2 years. Ignored. Other than for us here. And I haven't wavered. Not one detail has shifted. Not one detail has changed. Not in color. Not in shape. Nothing. Always been the same. Because the children showed it to me in the beginning with Summer's videos made by her mother. This is in Candace's video. We know that's not Summer. This is what's in the little pictures. This is what the little pictures look like. All of these photos I'm showing you match what the children look like. Like that. Now the next one I'm going to show you is what they look like with the scuba stuff on their head, and they're with an adult. I just showed you that they're with an adult. The scuba shit on their face. The real photo, what it looks like, would be what I showed you from Adventures with Purpose, my presentation yesterday. This is what that child looks like. Just like that. It's all the same, you guys. That's exactly what I showed yesterday. Was it yesterday? Get my days confused. This child was on the back of, looks just like that, of the scuba diver. Let me see if this is it. Well, that's weird. I was going to take this one, but I'm like, well, that's not a face. Wait. There's like no face on his head. Wait. So I showed you this situation yesterday. This isn't the photo I showed you, but I said it's like that. But that person, it's not a face. It's fake. The water hole, and the carnival. No. Water hole, carnival. Wait, you guys, hold tight. The carnival and the tunnel. Wait. I'm getting a very clear moment. Water hole. So there's the critter, there's the person moving. That situation is this. This is in a tunnel. This, remember I said this is like the cylinder, it's like underground, because this comes between the carnival and the tunnel, the carnival and the water hole. This is what I took between. Now again, it has nothing to do with the creator, it just helps me tell the story. So what it's telling me is these scuba diver kind of situation where the transfers from under the water is by the carnival. And this is how it's done. This is under the tunnel. The tunnel is under here. That's the tunnel with the face on it. This is the story. So this is again how spirit works, right? When I look at this photo, this one, no, right? Now I've lost my. Okay, so why did I come here, you guys? I can't remember. I just lost something. Why am I, how did I get here? Why did I put this photo up here? These are the same. Why did I put these up here, you guys? You said about the water and the carnival goes together. Okay, this is, I said it kind of reminds me. Okay, I just remembered. Okay, so I put this photo, thank you, Rumpel, and yes, the carnival. Okay, see, sometimes I get into a spin. All right, I put this up here because his head reminded me of that little boy. I said that it's covered like this. Then I brought this up here, and that's when I went into, this is from Adventures with Purpose. This is from that lady's video of the water hole and the carnival. What you're seeing here is the same thing, I was right, as what you see here. This is summer. This tells you that this is summer. Those are all of her critters. And those critters are coming out. These are all the critters that are with Summer, as well as here. Those are the critters. Wait, let me show you this. So these are all the same. These are Summer's critters. These are Summer's critters. See? These are Enan's. These are Summer's. They're all the same. The squirrel, the raccoon, as well as what shows up here. It's just all full circle. So what you see here to the left, they've got those masks on and they're together. Here is what I just showed you. These faces match up with the videos, Ventures with Purpose, and the video between the water and the carnival. Who's on first? Who's on second? Who's on third? This is Summer walking. This is Summer. This is her last moments. Her last moments. Thank you for those ones, you guys. Thank you. And these versions are hard to get, you guys. Many children. I put that, I remember I put that it came from, that was stuck somewhere in the middle of this video. Cell phone taking photos. That's what I put, and I wish I didn't have words over that disgusting face that's next to whoever's face that is. That's a peek hole. It's like a little camera. Yeah, these are all the pictures that I kept that not one authority could allow themselves to see it. Not one to see this. So when I showed you this part of the waterfall, go to the video if you guys haven't seen it later, if you want to. I showed the water hole and I'm like, I see Summer in the chair. This is where the sacrifice was. This is the chair part. Blah, blah, blah. This is where they hang. If you guys remember, and I said that it's by the water, it's like on these, whatever, this is rocks or whatever. I'm like, she is not in her backyard. I showed, I don't know, I think I showed this and I'm like, this is where she is. This is way in the beginning. I said, I think I even saw, like in my spiritual eye, I saw Tim Mullen, you know, standing there in front of the chair. Like it was like this, it's a great video. I don't know which one it is. But now that I see this way and I know more information, this is that section, because next to Summer's tree is that hole, and I always pointed it out. The tree is next to that hole, and that hole is where the chain comes out of. So that is where they pull them in and out. And it's not, this is still a circle in the ground. It's a hole in the ground just like that. It's just like that. See, this video is nothing more than showing Summer, showing information, and then they just layered in green, that's it. They layer green in, and everyone calls it a day. You know, like Tim Mullen says, he puts a blade of grass is the easiest thing for him to put in a video. He said it out loud. It's their heads. That's all this video is. And the cops or Ellie, whatever they are doing, all the information is on the black layer. This is layered over this information. It's layered in. See the information in the black? That's not mine. This is part of the video. That is part of the video. So all they need to do is remove this shit and you'll have your truth. It's right on the bottom layer, and this shows that to me. That is not on my, that's not mine. This is all them. So in this bottom layer, you guys may not be able to see this. This is a square. These are bricks. This is a hole. This person is going in the hole. This is under the ground. This is to just cover it up. The people who know that, they just take the top layer off and they get to see the goddamn surgery? I don't know, the cremation, whatever's going on here. Surgical, like these are holes. This is nonsense. Remove it and you've got your location. You have your situation. This is where the kids go. Whatever is under the water hole. Whatever's under here. It's showing it. The little flowers are really important. Whatever is in here is Summer Moon Wells' sacrifice. Peel that shit away. The LE could peel that shit away and know what happened to Summer Moon Wells. I've put the last few days, everything I've put up are major, heavy duty, powerful hints. They're powerful. There's a lot. It's information that can be used. I'm not just telling you I see dead people. Now, I'm hoping, my hope every time I go up here is that the information that I give helps bring justice to the children. How am I doing that? I'm doing that by telling their story through how I hear it and through what I think is the truth. Those certain photos that hit real hard, they may look like blobs, but they're not blobs. You want the information and you really want to go to this underground, the information is all in the videos. It's all here. The story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children is what I have been presenting for over 2 years. I don't just sit down and say, oh, I'm going to write a fairy tale, a disgusting, horrific story. It's what I see and what I hear, sometimes smell and feel. Now, I'm going to continue doing this work. I just wanted to put a few photos up here. I don't even know why. This is the girl that they just said went missing in Tennessee. These are the photos that were taken off her mother's phone. It was a very weird thing she did, this girl who's missing in Rogersville. I'm going to look up her story and do a little bit of trance, go into a trance. Because this reminds me of someone that was taken for the purpose of what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like see this just, I feel like this is, and the mother knows. That's her bending down in the video. This is a crock of shit. My read on it is the mother knows exactly what happened, and that's what I feel. But Summer Moon Wells missing children need us 24/7, and we are here, and hopefully justice will come soon. My next step, now that I have this out, will be to put up the second part of my documentary, which will be 24 minutes. What I'm putting in there is what happens on these lives, because I could only put my presentation, my documentary together about this while I'm doing it. I can't make it. I sound like a cuckoo, or I can't make it. I could only do what I'm doing if I do it like this in order to make what I want to make while I'm making it. Oh, brother. All right. To Summer Moon Wells and all the missing children, especially an extra message or light to those that I pointed out tonight. Thank you all for those amazing words. I hope you all have a great Saturday night. I think I'm going to just be working all night. And again, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. You all keep it so great in chat. Look at the thumbs up. Always thumbs up. And please subscribe if you have not. Thank you all. Muffin Top, thank you. Everyone in there. Rumpelong here. Hi, who's in here? Bernadette. BC. Justice coming soon. I saw you guys. Who else? Natalie. Hi. Who else that I didn't? Rachel, who I haven't mentioned. I know there's more of you in here. Again, thank you. God bless you. Have an amazing, incredible Saturday night. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. Good night, folks.